somebody has to be calm. So she's riled up for enough for the both of us. So someone has to be the...
Hey, we're not talking about me. We're talking about the clients.
But you asked for my answer, so I'm trying to give it to you. Mm-hmm. And you probably didn't make no sense because yeah.
Let me rephrase my question, you guys, because he's digging a hole for me. So. Welcome to Keys and Chemistry, where love meets legacy and real life meets real estate.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Jessica. And together we're building more than just business. We're building a life, a family, and a legacy.
This podcast is about what it really takes to win together.
The conversations, the challenges, the growth, and the strategies behind building wealth and strong relationships.
Because who you build with matters.
Let's get into it. Today is all about you. Usually everyone hears me talking about financing, but they don't get to hear from the guy who's actually negotiating these deals every day.
I've seen some things.
Oh, we're telling stories today. People think being a realtor is opening doors and writing contracts. They have no idea. We're going to call this Confessions of a Realtor. What is the craziest thing you've seen during a showing?
A couple things that I could think of off the top of my head. This one I probably jinxed myself. When I hit the corner, I turned on the corner on the street that the house was on. Just something told me like this. I said to myself, I hope this house don't stink. So I go in the house and it stunk. Right when you walk in, there was two big American bully pit bulls in a cage that looked like it was the size for a poodle. So it smelled like it. There was so many dishes. It looked like they hadn't never washed dishes ever. There's a big old jar of weed about this big in front of the couch in the house. I figured it couldn't have been no good because I wasn't worried about nobody taking it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things.
What's the funniest thing a buyer has ever said to you, or has ever said in general?
I don't know if it's funny or not, but I had a client ask me to lie to her husband for her. I got them. They were under contract to buy a house. They were, super excited. Oh, I love it. And then the sister took her, or the wife took her sister to go view the house. I don't know what sister said. Wife calls me crying. I can't buy this house. I can't do it. Well, we had exhausted all of her contingencies. For all those that don't know, contingency is the way out. So she didn't have any way out. And I'd let her know that, you're at risk of losing your earnest money. Her response was, I don't care. They can have it. So you're aware it's $4,000, right? So I can't buy this house. I don't care. They can have it. But I need you to tell my husband it was the seller's fault. It wasn't ours. It was, it was the seller's fault is the reason why we can't buy this house. First thing that came to my head, well, if it's the seller's fault, you get your earnest money back. So how are you going to explain that? I, in the end, just had to tell her that's not what I signed up for. That's not part of my job. I need you guys to have that conversation tonight and let me know how you would like to move forward in the morning. I laughed, but I'm sure she didn't think it was very funny. Well, I didn't laugh at her, but in my head I laughed. But so that was funny, crazy. That's something that I've dealt with the client before.
Oh, the things that happen behind the scenes, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever walked into a house and knew immediately this is a no?
Several times. I walked into a house one time. Well, I didn't even walk in the house. I pulled up to the house and I knew that it was a no. I went to call and tell my client, hey, you don't even have to come here. And they were already here. And so we go in. Well, I thought it would be a no. We went in and the house, it just needed way too much work. And I knew they weren't prepared to do that. But for some reason they thought they were. And so they put the offer in on the house. They ended up getting it. They went for the house because it was a nice sized house. It was a large family. The house fit their family needs, but it was going to take a lot to bring it, bring it back to life because it was dead. So they eventually got it, but they recently had they had to back out because, as I knew, it was a no.
Right. So yeah, I could understand that how it fit all the needs, right? But the amount of work and money it would take to put into it to make it livable.
I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him. I did my job. I swear I did. I told him why it wouldn't work. I didn't just, hey, no, don't do that. I told them why. And then I asked, are you just something that you're willing to take on? Well, I mean, maybe. Well, that's not really, a good enough answer. But I guess she was convinced and they put an offer in on the house and eventually backed out.
And that just goes to show some buyers have to go through the motion, right? Before they believe the advice and expertise. They have to see for themselves. And then moving forward, it's a little bit of a smoother sailing because now they're bought into your advice and expertise because they saw
Now
you
they
were
know
right before.
They know what I'm talking about.
Right. So hey, yeah, I was going to say a quote, but it's probably not professional. Well, my mom used to say, a hard head make a soft butt. I'll put it like that. So what's the strangest thing you've ever found inside a home?
I could think of 2 right now, well, maybe 3. So one time I walk into a house and I can hear the dogs before we get in the house. I heard about 4, I seen about 8, but I smelled like 15 of them.
Ooh.
And then to top it off, the lady was sitting in the chair smoking back-to-back cigarettes, so that didn't help. That was pretty strange. Another time it was like an older house in Tacoma. We were walking through, we get to like the attic, well, where the attic was, it had been converted to a bedroom, but we opened the door to what was the new attic, and all I saw was skeleton bones.
Ooh.
I don't know how real they were. It could have been Halloween. I don't know. I opened the door, I saw the bones, I looked at my client, they looked at me, they said, "You ready to go?" "Yes, I am, let's do it." And we left. And I ain't gonna lie, I looked at the news to see for maybe a couple weeks to look to see if, there's anybody's discovered in somebody's attic in Tacoma. I didn't ever see anything, but that was pretty strange.
Yeah, that would have been the house that was definitely a no for me. Yeah. Bones and bodies. Tell us about the worst smell you've ever encountered in a house.
It would probably be either that one with all those dogs or the one that I was telling you about with the 2 American big bully dog stuffed in a little baby cage. I thought that one would be a no too. We walk out. I like it. I see the potential. What? Like this one? So when we came back to the inspection, I had a mask. And did you have an extra one? I did have an extra mask and I did give it to them. But yes, that was probably, I can't describe the smell. It seemed like every room was a different foul smell. So right when you walk in, it's like that's where the dogs lived at, and they hadn't took a bath in maybe ever. And then once you hit the corner, you get to the kitchen with all the dishes, and that was another smell. Then you get to the room that smelled like an ashtray on top of a bunch of other stuff. That was horrible.
We'll just call that the stinky house.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
Matter of fact, she reached out not too long ago trying to sell it. But she didn't have enough equity, so we're gonna have to wait.
What's something that buyers never notice, but you as the realtor always do?
Probably things like roof or water heaters, or I always check to see when's the last time the furnace was serviced. A lot of clients don't even think to look at that. They, especially on the newer houses, they just think, "Oh, it's beautiful, it's nice and shiny, I want it." But then they may, see the certain appliances or the furnace maybe not work, things like that. But probably the furnace and the roof.
Especially on those flip homes where they've went and did all the cosmetic things, but what's up underneath the surface, So
where insulation is a big one too, because they do those flips, but they don't change the insulation.
That leads to smell sometimes too.
Absolutely.
Part of the problems, especially in the flooring, they put in new flooring, but the subfloor has urine from animals and pets and it still rises through. Ooh, gross. Yep. Yeah.
Disgusting.
I think that's a good one. So, Stephen, tell us a little bit about your negotiation stories. Share with us one of the hardest negotiations you ever won.
One of the hardest ones was a $30,000 price cut, and I think I got them another $30,000 towards concessions or something like that. Yeah, the house had been on the market for a while. Reach out. The agent said they had a few offers. I waited a few days. It was still pending. So we just submitted our offer, and I made a few calls. Did a few calls to the listing agent, kind of get a feel for the offer that she had. She just wasn't making sense. It seemed like she really didn't have one. I got them. I think they wanted $850 for the house. We submitted the offer at $820 and then asked for $30,000 in concessions to buy their interest rate down to make the payment more affordable. That was one, and then another one I got clients under contract for a house. They were paying less than what the sellers paid for it. That was a win for me because it's like that. That's crazy. So I think the house was, they initially were asking $750, and then they reduced the price to $730 is what they paid for it maybe 8 months prior. The seller, he was in the military, so he had to go. He had like work orders. He was being relocated. And so let's see how bad they want to move. So we submitted an offer, I think for maybe 710 or something. These people had paid $730 for this house just a few months prior. But because they needed to move, they were in a bind. It's either sell the house or keep paying the mortgage payment, and you can't move. So we got it for cheaper than they paid for it. I felt kind of bad, but my clients were happy, so that's all that mattered.
Have you ever saved a deal that was falling apart?
I have. When you go through an inspection and clients hear that a roof is leaking, they automatically, they're scared already. And then when they find out the roof is leaking, they're, what? I'm not buying this house. But we can ask the seller to fix it. Just because the roof is leaking doesn't mean it's over. We ask them to fix it. If they say no, then we walk away. But we asked them to fix it, and they did, and the people got their house, and they were happy with the brand new roof.
So I think that's something really important to talk about in why who you work with matters, because me as a lender, I've seen several situations where things have come up in the inspection, and maybe the real estate professional could have saved the deal and held things together, but just didn't do the best job, I guess, of negotiating on their client's behalf. So I've seen both sides of that. And so I think you bring up a really valid point of, hey, is this truly a deal breaker, or is this something that we can negotiate and get repaired to your standard to where you feel comfortable to move forward with the transaction? Because these homes aren't new construction, right? They've been around 20, 15, 30 years, et cetera.
New construction, they need work too.
Right. And even some of the new construction ones too, but more so some of the older homes that have been around, they're gonna need some things, addressed on them. And having a good professional real estate agent that knows how to negotiate and keep a level head when things can get a little riled up, right? Because like he mentioned, as a first-time home buyer, you hear leaking roof, you think the world's over, right? And you love this house, but people know a roof is not something that's super affordable. But when you have that professional step in to remind you, hey, we can negotiate. It's not the end of the world. Let's get you a new roof, or let's get that leak addressed, and we can move forward. So I think that's a great example of why who you work with matters. Someone that when an issue comes up, is this truly a deal breaker? Can we work through this and figure out a solution that works for everyone, that puts you as a buyer at peace, right? Maybe with a little warranty as well, to know that, hey, the issue's been addressed and we can move forward. This is a great home. It's not a deal breaker. So this one, just me being your wife and your business partner, I think this question is, how do you stay so calm? Cause I know my personality. I'm not the most calmest person. But...
And somebody has to be calm. So she's riled up for enough for the both of us. So someone has to be the...
Hey, we're not talking about me. We're talking about the clients.
But you asked for my answer, so I'm trying to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's, a little feisty. So calm. What they say, opposite attract, right?
I'm a Leo. So yeah, I'm big feisty. Let me rephrase my question, you guys, because he's digging a hole for me. So
she think I'm talking about her, but I'm not. See, that's what's that, guilty conscience? Ain't that what they say?
Anyway,
but I'm not talking about. I'm just saying, you slow down, calm down, think about it. Well, it just works out for me. That works out for you, so you keep doing it. Let me keep doing me.
I love how you help your clients stay calm in a transaction when things get a little riled up. Thank you for that feedback.
You're very welcome.
I think that question about how I'm a little more feisty sometimes and he's calm, sometimes clients need a little kick, a little push, and that's where I come in.
That's great for everybody but me.
Well, when the client needs that extra push, I'm able to come in and say, look, this is what it is. This is what my advice is. And sometimes I am just straightforward and direct. And then Steven's able to circle back to that client with his calm, soft nature and make them feel super comfortable. Not that I made them feel uncomfortable, but...
She make them feel pressure sometimes. I feel like they tell me how they really feel, and then they tell her what she want to hear, so they can just get off the phone. And then she be like, they said, and then I get on the phone like, well, I really want, but you told, now I got to go tell her what you really want. She like, yeah.
When do you know it's time to walk away?
when it's just not working out. So if the roof is leaking or foundation has a crack or something in it, you ask the seller to repair it. If they don't want to, it's probably time to walk away. If not, then that's going to be your problem. Especially being a first-time home buyer, that's not a problem that you want. So if you ask the seller, they don't want to, then you walk away.
Because protecting your client is your priority and making sure that they're not purchasing a home that is going to cost them a lot of money out of pocket, right?
Absolutely.
So let's have a little bit of rapid fire realtor edition. What's your dream neighborhood?
Seward Park, just because when I was younger, it was like always a dream to live there. So Seward Park.
Open concept or separate rooms?
Open concept. Because my wife likes to entertain a lot, and so we can have like this big open space. We can have a good time. Everybody.
I like to entertain a lot. You do too.
I mean, I'd have to. It's either that or have an attitude the whole time while we're doing it. So I don't mind it, but it's open concept is better for parties. And to watch my kids too, like a bunch of separate rooms. Ain't no telling what would happen.
Big backyard or gourmet kitchen?
Both. I got a riding lawnmower. I like to ride on it, and my wife likes to cook. So both.
I'd agree. That's a good answer. HOA or no HOA?
While HOAs are very necessary, I'd rather do without them.
Fixer or move-in ready?
Move-in ready, preferably.
You don't like our projects?
When they're finished.
Lakeview or city skyline?
I'll say Lakeview.
I know, water's so peaceful. Would you buy the ugly house on the best street?
Well, the way my wife is set up, probably, because she would make it the best house on that street. But yeah, we'll say the ugly house on the best street because the street is where the value's at. So that's why we would be buying the house anyway.
What would you say is the most overrated feature in a home?
None of them really. It all gotta matter. Like what? The kitchen doesn't matter? That's not true. The yard's overrated? That's not true. Like all of it, it's a house that you're buying. So it all has to matter.
What's the most underrated feature in a home?
The man cave.
Oh, please. Of course you would say that. All right, you passed. So we're going to do Steven Reacts in this segment. So I'm going to give him some statements and we're going to see how he reacts.
Okay.
So when a client says, I'll wait until rates go back to 2%.
That was a natural disaster. That's what you want COVID to come back?
When a client says, I don't want to negotiate.
You probably don't want a house then. I mean, if you don't have to, so you're negotiating because it's a nice house. Everybody wants it. So what, you want an ugly house no one wants?
I found this on TikTok.
You're taking, like, this is a big deal. You're taking your advice from TikTok?
This is how he really talks. Well, when a client tells you, my uncle said.
When was the last time your uncle bought a house?
Well, I don't need a realtor.
Good luck.
Now we're going to get into the relationship edition. Who's more competitive?
You.
Me? No.
Okay.
Who's more stubborn? You.
Probably.
Yes, very stubborn. Okay. Who's usually right?
You be right a lot, not all the time, but a lot.
It says usually right, so me.
I had to clarify your context.
Mm-hmm. Who's more patient?
Me.
Yeah, you're definitely more patient because I ain't got time. Who's more likely to buy something without discussing it?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Who's more romantic?
You.
Who apologizes first?
I don't know.
I know, because you don't ever apologize.
Neither do you.
Who gets hangry? You. You are a Krabby Patty when you're hungry. Who has to have the last word?
You.
No, that's you. You say it's me, but it's you.
No, it's you, because I'll stop talking.
No, you won't. Who talks more?
You.
Okay, I'll take that. Who spends longer getting ready?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think it's you, because you be having to shave every time we go somewhere. You got to shave.
Wasn't the other day you was yelling at me to hurry up and get ready, and like I got ready in like 5 minutes, and you was still walking around trying to.
I was looking for you.
We're gonna be late. We're gonna be late. Well, I'm done. I'm waiting for you at this point.
Anyways, who goes and washes their car when you're already running behind?
And when we got there, we were 20 minutes early. There was a line outside. So
anyway,
and if it was a problem me washing my car, when I say, "Hey, I'm gonna go wash my car," you should probably say, "No, don't say okay."
Why I gotta tell you we're already late?
You tell me anything else.
Anyway, who falls asleep first? Oh, him. Oh God, he snores like a bear.
She starts on the couch.
Oh, whatever.
And then sometime if I wake her, or if I try to wake her, come on, let's go to bed. She's like,
Because
Then she
I'm
go back to
tired. I'm already in bed. Who drives better?
I do.
I'm a good driver. I just don't
No, she
like to
doesn't.
drive. I be hitting stuff. That's why I don't like to drive. I do not
She
like to
make me
drive.
nervous. Sometimes I don't even want to drive, but I know if I do, we're going to get there nice and safe.
Did you die?
No, but almost.
It's just because my mind's always going 100 miles an hour. Somebody's always calling. Then I can't focus. So I have a hard time focusing. So
One time we were coming from Moses Lake, and so I don't like driving from Moses Lake in the dark. So she's like, it's okay, I'll drive. I knew it was a bad idea, but I was trying to prove a point. So we're riding on I-90. There was a bunch of deer on the side of the road. I said, hey, did you see those deer? No, what deer? Pull over. It's okay, pull over. I got it. If you didn't see all those deer, we have a problem.
I was focused on the road. I wasn't looking off to the side. Those are
okay.
distractions.
Okay.
Who's the better cook?
You. I cook for survival. You cook because you like it.
See, yeah. Good job. Who's the better negotiator?
I'll say you because like with a house, I got that. Anything else, it's you. Because you go in until they just be like, okay, here, just take it here.
Who's funnier?
Oh, no, we're both kind of funny.
You're okay. I think I'm funnier. I think people learn today that you're a lot more than someone who just opens doors.
My goal isn't just helping people buy a house. It's helping them make the right decision for their family.
And that's why we work so well together. Because who you build with matters.
If this episode added value, make sure you share it with someone who's building something bigger.
And don't forget, it all starts with the right strategy and the right team.
Because who you build with matters. The key is to always go above and beyond to make sure that your clients' needs are met.
The chemistry, two different personalities balancing each other out to meet the desired results of your clients and each other. This is Keys and Chemistry, and we'll see you on the next episode.